Hello, this is the light, and today my video is about dating. And the topic that I chose is why I prefer to date African. So, I will basically give you my opinion on why I personally prefer to date African. I will talk about the top 5 things that I enjoy or like in dating an African man. And I may bring up other topics in between then, but I'll try to kind of go off my list that I have. So, the number one thing that I enjoy about dating African men versus dating American men is that, from my personal experience, they court, they don't date. When I lived in Niger, people do not have boyfriends and girlfriends. They do not live with their partner or someone that they're dating. They are courting until they are married. You may see them out on dates or out and about, but it's not like this is my boyfriend. When it becomes serious, this is my fiance, and I take you to go get my family. I take you to go meet my family to let it be known that I am interested in dating you. So the first step that they take to let their family know that they're serious is to introduce you to their family. If an African man is not serious about you, most likely he won't take you to meet his family because his family is important. And they actually play a part in the decision of him marrying you. It's not like America where the decision is between the two couples. And this is from my experience. Most likely the decision is between the families, how his family feels about you. Because once you become married, the house, your belonging, your dwelling is open to his family because everything is under the name of the man. He's the head of the household. So I kind of went off a little bit there, but let me bring it back in. The number two thing is African men, from my experience, are alpha male. They are dominant. They are leaders. They are providers. They're head of the household. They make you feel secure. Again, this is just from my personal experience, and my number one experience is with Nigerian men that are from Niger. I did date a Nigerian. It didn't go over so well. For the moment, I do prefer, Nigerian men or someone from a like culture. Like, I'm open to dating men from Ghana. Or not men, I'm open to dating someone from Ghana. So, alpha male, providers, head of the household, make you feel secure, very dominant, has that very take charge personality, leader, role model, very strong and dominant in that way. So I enjoy that they are alpha male. My number 3 reason for preferring African men over American is the romantic. They are very romantic from my experience. Well, the Nigerian man, very romantic. And to give an example, my ex-fiance that I was engaged to, our very first date, we drove about an hour. We took a van into the village, and we walked to see giraffes in the wild. Now, I fell in love with him. So yeah, we walked for like an hour in the bush, and we got to see a family of giraffes in the wild, and they were huge, like dinosaurs. So, from that time I fell in love with him. Very soft-spoken, does not raise his voice, talks in a very mellow tone. The other guy I dated was Fulani. He was very romantic, but not as romantic as my fiance. But just soft-spoken. We had many nights of long conversations, just sitting, talking, nothing physical or intimate, but really just being able to connect with your partner on a personal level, being able to sit down with your husband, fiance at the end of the day and talk about your day, talk about your life dreams, your goals, your inspirations. If a guy's interested in you in the beginning, from the bat, you don't have to guess about what his position is. He's going to tell you, my goal is marriage. I want to marry you. One thing I will say, the love word is thrown out very easily, and I think it's because in the French language, the word love and like is the same. So, you may meet an African guy, he might tell you he love you, but I don't think that's really what they mean. They mean they like you, they're interested in you, because of course no one can love you when they don't know anything about you. So, yeah, very soft-spoken, romantic. One of me and my ex, we sat outside. It was like 3 o'clock in the morning. We had lawn chairs outside of my property because he wasn't allowed inside, you know, at that late of time. We sat under the moon and we talked for hours, like just about our past. So, I mean, that's a beautiful part of it. My number 4 reason is very family oriented. They, most of them, I mean, from my experience, they want a family. They want the marriage. You know, they are the head. They are the provider, the leaders. The family is big. The family is important. The family is a part of everyday decisions. Decisions are not made by one person alone or just between the couple. Sometimes decisions are made between the family. For example, with my ex, he wanted to marry me. I have to go before his family. They have to see me. They have to approve of me because this is a family decision. It's not just two people getting married. It's two families coming together, and they have to protect the name of their family. If they're wealthy, they have to protect their wealth. They have to see the type of person that is going to be attached to their family name. So, you know, you would need to be respectful. You would need to be a woman who is not going to take your husband into debt or to bring chaos or any type of negative association to their family name. So, you know, their family approving of you is very, very important. And the last thing is that very, very understanding. You know, everybody has a past. Everybody has made mistakes in their life. So as far as the guy that I did date, or the 2 guys I did date that was African, but one was only one of them was my fiance, there wasn't anything that I could tell him about my past that would make him say, you know, I'm not going to deal with you. I don't want to see you anymore, or I don't understand that. Even when we would have fight, like culture clashes, it was never a, I'm walking away from you, I don't want to see you again. It's that maybe, you know, by the end of the night, you know, we would walk away, but the next day they would always come back. I mean, from what I can see, they don't even believe in divorce, you know, unlike our American culture. So, you know, just very understanding. Even one of me and my exes, I had a tragic situation happen to me, you know, years ago. And when I told him about it, like, he cried with me, like he sympathized with me. So just being able to connect with the person on the deeper level, I haven't had that. But one time, with an American relationship, and the guy, he was like a whore. Like, he was like dating multiple women, and it was artificial, and it was just for the moment. But he was not with me for the long run. He was only there for what he can get for that moment. So, you know, just from my experience, you know, you get a partner for life. Now, I'm not saying that everything is going to be perfect, because there are some negative associations, especially with American women being very independent, or at least American Black women being very independent. You know, we can be headstrong. You know, we can sometimes step on top of our men because we're used to being the providers in the household, and we're used to being the head. So to have a dominant man come in, you know, that could be some, you know, a culture clash, or, you know, in America, you know, Black American women, sometimes we can be boisterous, and, you know, that may not be acceptable in that culture. So it's kind of like you have to shrink back, and that does take some getting used to. It does take some learning. It's not for everyone, but, excuse me. For me, I'm now realizing, you know, I had a date tonight with an American guy, and I just realized that he's not being honest and forthcoming, and I just think that I've come to the realization that I'm just gonna date African. Like, I have an African friend, he's male, that we talk to, and I just really enjoy our conversations. They're very deep. Like, he's not watching his clock. He has nothing else going on. He's not texting on his phone. Like, all of his attention is on me, and I'm not even the person that he's interested in. You know, so I just appreciate the time and the effort and the attention that they give. You know, it's just, it's very admirable. And I think there are some parts of myself that I, you know, may be willing to sacrifice in order to have that type of relationship. So, ladies, that's it. I did want to say my cons, but I'm not going to do that. Maybe that'll be another video. But this is The Light, and I thank you for taking your 10 minutes out with me tonight. I pray that God bless each and every one of you in your endeavors, and I pray that you seek the will of God in your life. I pray that you stay blessed, and just hit me up anytime. This is The Light, signing out.